Eagle, Houston, you're go for landing, over. Okay, at a descent. We copy you down, Eagle.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Well, when I first heard President Kennedy's announcement in May of 1961, I was a young fighter pilot in the Air Force in Ramstein, Germany, and our whole squadron laughed at him. They said, 15 minutes in space with Alan Shepard's flight, and now we're going to go to the moon in the next 8.5 years. When in January 1967 we had this major disaster of a fire at Kennedy Space Center and killed 3 of the astronauts in a test. Well, that put us dead in the water, and it was just could have been despair, discouragement, but the focus at NASA turned out to be, and the astronaut office especially, was we got to do this for the honor of our those that had been killed, and so everybody jumped into the act, if you will, and we were all given different responsibilities. Not only the astronaut office, but all the technicians and managers and engineers at NASA, plus all the employees. So when people did outstanding work, we as astronauts a lot of times went out to the contractors to motivate them, to inspire them, to tell them how important their job was, because our lives depended on it. And so it was just motivated everybody, and everybody just fell in and behind it. And by October 68, we were back ready to fly again, which was a remarkable accomplishment and total redesign of the spacecraft in 18 months. I use it as an example of a pyramid where the astronauts were the apex of the pyramid, and we got all the recognition and all the glory. But no matter how skillful you were, you weren't going to make it without the 400,000 people underneath us in the pyramid doing their job, and everybody had to do their job. So that was what we focused on, was motivating everybody involved that this is a team effort, that we can't do it alone, and we represent all of you, and that was the feeling I had, that I was just a member of this great big team. In my mind's eye now, I look back at the earth, and it's this incredible beauty, a place that God has given us. And when I was on the moon, I could hold out my hand, and underneath my hand was the earth. And you don't see any borders, you don't see any different people groups. You just see the earth, and we've got to learn to love one another and get along with one another. I think in this situation, Inspire would be on fire for Jesus. And we need to encourage, motivate, and love people to be more in love with Jesus and to be just flaming fire for the Lord. And if we have that in our life, every person we touch is going to see it. We need to pray, make sure that we're in God's perfect will for what He wants us to do and what part of the body we are in this great endeavor to raise up 10 million leaders. And I think you will. It's God's plan, and nothing's impossible with God.